Very good morning to all of you. We'll be continuing with the child psychology. This is the third theory. That is called as Erik Erikson theory. Now, for this lecture, the learning objectives are understanding the Erik Erikson theory stages and describing the dental applications. And in the last part, we will be comparing the theories which we have earlier read about with this theory and critically evaluate the Erik Erikson theory. So this theory was given by Erik Erikson, and he proposed this in his book Childhood and Society in the year 1950. It is known as a psychosocial theory, or it is also called as a developmental task theory. Now, remember, some part of this theory corresponds to, or some stages correspond to, Freud's psychoanalytical theory, as Erik Erikson was a friend and student of Freud. Some part now, Freud's theory, as we all know, we have already discussed the psychoanalytical part. Now, in this theory, he has combined the psychoanalysis or the psychosexual part with the psychosocial aspect. So, he has coined the term identity crisis or the effect of social environment on the child's behavior, child's personality development. So we'll be seeing how the society affects and the immediate environment affects the personality development of the child. So, as I said, he has superimposed the psychosocial and psychosexual factors and how they simultaneously contribute to the personality development. Now, this impact he has described for the whole of the child's lifespan, beginning from the newborn stage to late adulthood. He has described the theory in 8 stages. That is, he has divided the whole life into 8 stages, and he said that from each one stage to the another, the child develops his personality. This is affected by social experience, whatever he is interacting with, whatever the role of parents, the role of immediate caregivers, role of peers, role of the society. So social experiences help him learn and pass from one stage to the other. Also, like Freud said, that there are certain things which has to be resolved in one stage, or else fixation would occur. We had discussed the fixation and the ego defense mechanisms last time. So in this stage, in this theory as well, he has said that if some issues are unresolved from this early stages, it will affect the subsequent stages. Okay, so he has given 8 stages of personality development for the spanning from the whole life. Okay, remember the epigenetic principle. Now, epi means above or before, and genesis is the development. So he has said that the life unfolds in 8 stages from childhood to late adulthood. Each stage, as per the age, each stage will have some tasks, okay, some developmental tasks which are related, which are psychosocial. That means it involves the immediate environment and the social learning of the child and interaction with the environment. So at each stage, the child will undergo certain conflicts or certain crises. Erikson called it psychosocial crisis. And these crises should be resolved by the individual in that stage. If it is not resolved, it can have a negative outcome. So at each stage, there will be one crisis. There will be a positive outcome if the stage is resolved well. There will be a negative outcome if the stage is not resolved well. So there are certain terms again, like he was famous for identity crisis. Erikson said, "What is identity crisis or ego identity?" Like I said, each stage has to be handled at that particular that crisis has to be resolved by the child. So if with the help of the parents, with the help of caregivers, with the help of the society, with the environmental factors, each stage is resolved. If it is managed well, then the child will feel a sense of mastery. He will develop his strength and he will develop ego identity. Opposite, whereas when the stage is not managed well, I hope I'm audible to all of you. If the stage is not managed well, if the stage is poorly handled, the child will emerge with a sense of inadequacy of himself. He'll not be confident of himself and he'll feel inadequate. So there are certain crises or conflicts for each stage which we will see. So this is a pictorial representation. Like this theory encompasses from the child when he is born till his last or like the late adulthood. This theory encompasses 8 stages. Now you have to understand now the stages of this theory. The first part, remember, age wise. So age wise is right from infant to older adult. As age increases, these stages changes. Also, the complexity increases as the stage changes. So in the first stage, what is the crisis? Now he has given two opposite terms at each stage. So one will be the positive outcome, one would be the negative outcome. So first stage is trust versus mistrust. Here trust is positive, mistrust is negative. Okay. Second, he has to resolve autonomy versus shame and doubt. Third, he has to resolve initiative versus guilt, industry versus inferiority, identity versus role confusion, intimacy versus isolation, generativity versus stagnation. Sorry. Generativity versus stagnation, and integrity versus despair. So these are the 8 stages. They increase in complexity as from infant to older adult. Each stage will have a crisis. So we'll discuss each stage in detail now. The first is trust versus mistrust. So the positive outcome, as you know, is development of trust. I'm sure that you all are, I'm audible to all of you and you can see the screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the first stage is development of basic trust, which begins at birth up to 18 months. Now, this stage corresponds to the oral stage of Freud's psychoanalytical theory because of the age also. And again, here the crisis is the development of trust. So one is the trust at one end and mistrust at the other end. How do you comprehend this? Like infants, as Fruit said, in the first stage, infant is totally dependent on the parent or the caretaker for food, warmth, affection. If these needs are satisfied well by these parents and caretaker, that is the social part, if these needs are taken care of, the child will develop trust towards the world, as and he'll consider them safe. The world is a safe place, and the people who are taking care of the infant, he will assume that these people are helpful and these are dependable. But at the other end, the negative side, if his needs are not met, he will develop mistrust. Okay. At this stage, now